Hello, trading has closed on August 25th, 2025. We always do our disclaimer first. We'll then go over the calls and make our predictions. It's my trading plan for Tuesday, August 26th, 2025. Remember, it's just a plan. I can always change it. I can be wrong. I'm not going to have time to follow the market all day. I may not be risking my own money on the call and trade at your own risk. Look for the pattern today with the early low, which is this. Tomorrow has the early high. Even though we had a huge rally, on Friday, we had a lower target, 64.40.84. We said ultimately it would print. It did print. There's support under the target, so we closed at support. During the day, MEJT said this drop is a false move, gives us a target 64.63.17. And unless we gap down smartly, that's my call for tomorrow. It's quite a bit higher than we closed. Well, this is a reminder of what we said. These are this week's patterns. We had to break through this important trend line. We said we had to go over the close by 1 cent for confirmation. We missed doing that by 3 cents. That's really too close for comfort for me, but it didn't happen. And now we're back under this line, gapping under it. So it's possible this was a false break. It would be a lot clearer if that had never happened in the first place. But since we didn't take this out, that's one of the possibilities. I'm not claiming it's the only possibility. We had a wave count with balance of the waves just under 64.74. We don't know if this is the right count, but if it is the right count, that could still work. Now it's possible that wave A ended here, brown A, and B ended here, and we're just going to drop down from here. That's one possibility. But it's also possible that's 1, 2, 3. And if that's in ABC for 4 and C does equal A, if that's 4, and wave 5 here ends right at our target, you can see there's a good Fibonacci relationship between wave 1 and wave 5. So it works for that. And if you measure wave 3, there's a great Fib relationship right at the same price. So we have a wall into the close. Walls tend to represent panic selling. It's a wall into the close, which is also support. There's every possibility, at least, possibility, not guarantee, that we gap up tomorrow, hit the target, and perhaps even go as high as 64.74. So if we don't gap down, I'm looking for higher prices. But again, nothing rules out gapping down from here, because that's not the only possible count. We also have a possible count saying this is it. So Tuesday's pattern has a really high regardless of where we open. There's a higher MEJT target. Unless we gap down smartly, the rules call for it to print. Note that the system tends to leave a failed target at major changes in trend. So it might fail. There's a wall into the close, often representing panic selling. There remains wave balance near 64.74 cash. Unless we gap down smartly, I look for higher prices tomorrow regardless of where we close. Futures are up slightly as I'm recording this. This is a great setup for gapping up and hitting these higher targets, but until we open, we don't know if we're going to gap up, and if we don't, if we gap down instead, it could be a long way down, because this is an area of a possible top. So I'm not doing anything until I see where we open. But if we don't gap down, here's my target with balance of the waves 11 points higher. It's the pattern with the early high, and that's the call.